Kids are expensive. Just get a cat. That's a tough one, man. Because like women have a biological clock, and when that thing starts ticking, they start wanting babies. Hey Joy, have you been asked this a million times already? Are you going to play Modern Warfare 2 when it comes out? Probably not when it comes out. Like as it sits right now, I'm probably not picking it up on day one. I mean, like I don't dislike the game. I don't think it's worth $70. At least not to me. Like the Fallout 4 of me wants to be like, oh look, ceramic, which Fallout 4 taught me how to say ceramic. Because ceramic was a word I'd always read and my brain would malfunction. But like, do I feel myself the desire to, oh, I want to go play it? No, not really. Like, I still rather play Rainbow. This is not me telling you how to enjoy your video games, right? But I feel like you would enjoy your video games more if you realize that graphics sometimes take away from the overall experience of the game itself. Because if something looks too realistic and it slows the engine down, it makes the developers make choices on what they can put in and out. So a game that has less graphic fidelity sometimes runs smoother, and a lot of the times will be more enjoyable to play. Rainbow is not in the situation where it runs smoother, but like what I'm trying to say is graphics aren't the end all be all of a game. Super Mario World on the NES, on the SNES, is still one of the best games probably ever made, and it doesn't look like Modern Warfare 2. Kind of catch my drift here. Hey, Senor Beastly. Hey, Wings, do you know how to get rid of the gritty? I don't know what that even is, dude. Hey, Wings, do you know how to hit the gritty? Do I know how to hit the gritty? No, I don't. How do you do that? Let's go and use some rat away.
Sometimes the
yeah, we can both fit in it.
In the good fight
we took the we got it from the Goodwill. So like we took the covers off and we put those in the washing machine, and we like kind of like Lysoled the cushions and stuff. So like we're doing all that right now with it.
But there's one problem.
It's an 80s chair. They couldn't sell it, but like, man, was it comfortable? It was like $5. I'm sold.
Shiny round thing.
What's your plan?
If you told her, what do you think about the $5 chair?
I like the $5 chair. It's super comfy, so when he has to sleep on the couch, he can go sleep there.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I'd more likely be the one to just move.
Yep. That shiny thing was our broadcast relay.
What was my plan?
Now it's Swiss cheese.
Did you tell them that
Without
this
it, our
is your way
broadcast
of
range
spending
is
time
quite
with
limited.
me?
Of course, the factory that made the relay dishes are long gone, leveled, as in we're never going to scavenge that part again.
Yeah,
And that counts as spending time together.
Is that not? But dog, that is completely spending time together. All right, so she's upset that my idea is like we got this big oversized chair in her office now, so I can go play the Switch.
Do you want me to share it on Twitter?
Yeah, share it on Twitter.
I'll share it on Twitter.
Well, we don't have it set up yet.
I did from yesterday.
Okay, yeah, share it on Twitter.
I'll share it on Twitter. And
this is before it got cleaned, though. Like we're currently in the act of cleaning it.
Yes, but it is a $5 chair. I mean,
yeah, it's from the '80s. It has to be from the '80s. Like I thought like this chair was like somebody's grandma's chair, and so when like she passed on, they're like the wife did not want this hideous thing, so they put it to the Goodwill.
Kind of like them cats you won't let me get rid of.
It is risky. I would never lie to you. But there's something behind those eyes of yours that screams, I'm the one that can get shit
Hey,
done.
Senor Beastly, thank you for the $1.
Your dad had that same look in his eyes, too. That's why 3 Dogs helping you. One of the Brotherhood guys that passed through here mentioned seeing a dish in one of DC's old museums. It's the dish off the old Virgo 2 lunar lander in the Museum of Technology. I want you to get it and bring it to the Washington Monument to replace the bad one. That's it.
But that's totally spending time together.
I sure.
But when she's doing her stuff in her office, I can hang out with her and like play on the Switch or my phone. She's not talking about like the actual cats. She's talking about the cats between my grandma's cats. See, like my great grandma had this white Siamese cat statue, and my grandma had one just like it, and my mama had one just like it. But my grandma broke one of them, so we only have two of them now. But like, but Kelly dislikes them. She doesn't. She thinks they're ugly, and I won't let her get rid of them because they're sentimental value.
Can we give them to your mama?
No.
Dude, you can give it to her as a Christmas.
You know how
present.
disrespectful you're coming off right now? This measure of something your mama had and she passed on. And I'm like, oh, it's ugly. Let's get rid of it.
You won't let me get rid of the frog stuff either.
You can get rid of frog stuff.
See, like you tell me to decorate the house and make it how
No,
I want.
what part of like did I just not say you can get rid of the frog stuff?
Oh, you said I could?
Yes.
Oh, holla. Selling all the frog stuff coming soon.
Shit, good luck selling it and put it in a trash bag. You know, it's funny because like my wife
What do you need?
has no issue with my dining room set, and my dining room set is generic as possible. Like, cause like when I bought my dining room table, the whole like criteria I had for it was sturdy. All I wanted was the sturdiest table I could possibly find, and it's like this generic like Manila like table, but you could dance on it. Honestly, it's really sturdy. Dude, I had Zaxby's yesterday. Who cares? Like, I never understood why companies care if their shit gets leaked. Oh no, you leaked Grand Theft Auto 6. Grand Theft Auto 5 only made $1 billion. Who could ever see that Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to get made? Who gives a fuck? I would have told that motherfucker to eat a dick. Thought about learning the harmonica. Do I use a bidet or just use the garden hose? I use Angel Soft. Dress up as Walter White? When did Walter White become a beast? Funny thing about shooting him in the head, that people automatically go to zombies is that from like George Romero, right? But like George Romero's zombies, you didn't have to shoot in the head. It was actually Return to the Living Dead zombies, which is like a co-creator of the original Night of the Living Dead, his own spin-off series. That actually created the whole concept of shooting zombies in the head. Wings, do you not feel like feeling while the Queen is being laid to rest disrespectful? Dude, who cares about the Queen of England? Like, honestly. Not to sound desensitized, but it's like the woman lived her life as a glorified tourist attraction. Remember why I don't play Fallout fucking 4? It just crashed. Oh! All the way back to the bed. What would I do if a relative got in a love after lockup situation? I'm pretty sure they have at some point. Like my last name's Jordan, man. Like where I live at, Jordans are everywhere. And if you think I'm the bottom of the barrel, shit. Shit. Yeah, that's enough. I got to reset my computer for this to go away. Like this is my capture card failing. When you know the reason you're out of the algorithm is because you delete all your videos and your private streams. YouTube has nothing to put ads on. It's your fault. I'm aware. Why do I hate skill-based matchmaking? I don't hate it. I just I think I accurately described my disdain for it, because like when I play a public match and I want to play around with weapons, say I want to use a shotgun or a submachine gun or whatever it might be, everybody else in the lobby is using a metal weapon that is trying as hard as they humanly can. So like I either have to go 1-for-1 or negative to like level up other guns or learn how to play with other guns, while I'm going against people that have no concept of leveling up other guns. Because there's people that play this game that will use only the best weapon possible every match for a year. Like they'll have 300 hours into the game and 289 hours will be with like the M4 if it was the most overpowered weapon. And they'll just never switch because they get the most success out of it. So like I'm over here trying to use the RPK while another guy's using the FAMAS and like, you know, jumping around and like, you know, drop shotting and all this other stuff. And it doesn't create an environment that's fun. It doesn't, you know, drive me to be like, man, I really need to go play fucking Call of Duty right now. Just use the FAMAS. Don't want to. If I have to get, if a game makes me use the most overpowered weapon in the game in a casual setting to even have a chance to like have a good game, I don't want to play it, so I usually don't. Erwin, what's the most cheeseburger you've ever eaten in one sitting? Me and my brother and a guy named Charlie, when we were like in high school, we were like all doing a sleepover situation, and we went and ordered like 30 McDoubles. They were just called double cheeseburgers back then, but they were $1 a piece. So we ordered like 30 of them, and it was like 2 a.m. This is before McDonald's like cut off like their McDoubles and stuff. And we sat around and we all ate those, and that probably the most hamburgers I've ate in one sitting. Akita, back in the day, I played just for clips, honestly. Well, gameplay clips. Like, it wasn't really fun back then either. Like, it's something I did to try to get gameplay quicker so I didn't have to spend my entire day on Call of Duty and editing. Like, that was really what it was for. I'm just glad I'm not in a situation where I have to get Call of Duty gameplay anymore. That's basically where I'm at. Like, I remember being, I think the most miserable I was in Call of Duty was like in Modern Warfare 3, which Modern Warfare 3 is like a fucking daydream compared to some of these games out now. But like, having to go constantly and just get into lobbies, because Modern Warfare 3 had skill-based matchmaking, but it wasn't hard. Skill-based matchmaking really started kicking in Advanced Warfare. I remember people would call that shit Battle of Duty, because everybody had the BAL 27. Like, you'd go into a lobby of 12 people, and 10, sometimes 11 out of the 12 people had the BAL 27 on. And that later became the Speakeasy. You know, Sweatfest 2018, Sweatfest 2017. Like, every lobby was just people only using the best of the best. Yeah, the MP40 Juggernaut, like the MP40 Juggernaut was so good that El Presador could get good scores with it. Let's put it that way. Why do I lie about having a really low IQ? It's easier than claiming to be smart. Because, like, I don't feel like I'm smart anyway. So it's easier just to be like, yeah, I'm dumb as hell. Like, I have a lot of self-doubt. Like, every time I have to do something, I doubt myself.